Hey folks, figured I'd record one of my replays, game in the Pershing, so you can see what's going on and maybe if you haven't played the tank yet, get an idea how it plays. Teams are kind of even, decent spread of skill. Now, considering there's no army, and this is El Haluf, and the Pershing has, I believe, 10 degrees of gun depression, I'm going to the hill at A2, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to kill anything that pops over the top. Using the Pershing's strong turret armor to bounce any incoming shots. The gun's not great, but it'll be sufficient for anything to run into pretty much. And at that closer range it'll be easy to hit weak spots. Now this plan would be a bit risky if you only had Hardy, but really the main problem is making sure I don't get rolled up on from behind or get hit by anything with a high-pain gun like that AC MLE 48. But most TDs will usually sit around D6, C6 on this map, so as long as you keep out of sight of them, as you can see, the enemy Cromwell has suicide scaled my team and got a couple of them killed. And one of our team has headed to cap already, because there's always one. About to pop up. See what's there. And there you go, T29, which we beat into the position. I think he has the 9mm gun. Get a quick shot on him, back off to reload. In the position I'm in now, I'm completely hellbent on them. All they can do is hit my turret and bounce off pretty uselessly. As you can see, my platoon mates are rolling up behind me on the map there.
Looks like that one went right through.
So what we'll do is we'll work over some of these guys, thin them out a bit, right there, and then we'll move up the left side and push into their team, hopefully kill some stuff that's further towards their base. Now, you'll notice we're ignoring the cap. This is what you do in the encounter game. The only map when you head to the cap zone and encounter is Northampton, and that's only because of the magic of forest being at public track. On all the other maps, head away from the cap, maybe leave 1 or 2 people to defend it, just stop the enemy from capping you out. The reason for this is because it takes over 4 minutes to solo cap it. Even with the full team in there, it takes far too long. It's just not viable. You need to kill tanks and then worry about capping. In my opinion, capping is something you do when the game's already on, just to make sure you win. That's one more down, so that's most of their defenses up here dead. So what we're going to do is push into them and kill what's left. Now, given the choice between the Super Pershing and the MLE, we go for the tank destroyer. It's a lot more Super Pershings can be dealt with at leisure, but French tank destroyers have very good guns and very good frontal armor, so killing one while I have shots on this roof is definitely the better priority. My platoon mates are handling our Super Pershing nicely anyway. While the TDs disappear, and Tiger up. You'll notice most of our team is now hanging around the cap like bad puppies, because they are in fact bad puppies. But that's okay. We've pretty much got this game in the game now. High explosive shell from somebody. Don't shoot HE, kids. And another one. The MLE is firing high explosives. How about that? This game never fails to impress me with the levels of human stupidity I come across. Also, you'll notice I just get the fight as an accident. I don't know how that happened. Now, I'll try and get the finishing shot on the MLE, because even though he's retarded and shooting high explosive, I do want him dead. And in with the trick shot. This is a win now, we just clean up the enemy team battle.
Enemy vehicle destroyed!
So as you can see, when given a nice held down position to exploit and a lack of enemy artillery to drive it out of that position, the Pershing is a monster of a tank. The gun's penetration is kind of bad. It's 175, I believe, no, 180, sorry. So it's slightly better than the Soviet Tier 8 medium, and just worse than the Type 59, but 180mm of penetration at Tier 8 is still going to bounce a lot. Really, you want to be flanking things. Or aiming at weak spots, which is what we were doing nice and well. It's an easy 3,106 damage game and Elhaloof. This man doesn't always have to break down into a 1916 simulation. We'll get in a couple more minutes before the game now, but not a random. He's turning his front. I try one shot for the weak spot, but it doesn't connect. I'll leave him alone. Go for the heavy.
We've lost the track.
Now, I know how fast those things fire, so I burned her head to get out.
Enemy armor is hit.
That's him finished. One more shot.
They're knocked out.
And now it's just clean up. And notice our bad puppy from ARM to the worst clan on the NA server, which absorbs all the bad plays so other clans don't have to, bitching about how he can't hit weak spots with his very accurate, very high pen gun. And that's game.